Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about why the more masculine you are as a man, the more feminine the women will be that you attract. Okay, so how did I come to this conclusion? And what do I mean by exactly like masculine versus feminine? And I will get into that right now. I used to think that kind of masculine, and I'm not talking about outside appearance, I'm talking about personality. I used to think that masculine personality women just needed a more masculine man to come in to break her down into her feminine role. You know, she's really feminine at heart. You just need a super alpha personality to break her masculinity and turn her feminine. And I always kind of like heard people say that, but I never saw it in practice. I never saw it in real life. In fact, all my dating experiences, when I encountered a masculine personality, and it's very easy to point them out. They're pretty rare. I rarely encounter them. Maybe it's just I don't look like a pushover, so I don't really get very many experiences with them. But when you see them, when you encounter them, you know immediately that this is a masculine personality girl. And I will show you how that is the case on my few experiences with them. Okay, you will know right off the bat if the girl is masculine when you propose a date and she's like, can't we do something else? Like, let's do this. I know this place. Let's go here. Let's go to this place. Or we can do better than that, whatever it is. Immediately, she's masculine. She's looking for a pushover, a feminine guy that's going to, get pushed around. Because immediately I know it. This is how it goes. If I say like, no, like, let's go to this place. Out of the, like, she immediately exits. Okay. As soon as you communicate that you're not going to be pushed around and you're going to do what you want to do, immediately screened out. And that's exactly how I work as a man. When a woman says, no, let's do this instead, like on the first date, I'm like, okay, you're out. And women have screened me out as soon as I'm like, maybe she came up with an idea of going on a date and I'm like, okay, sounds good enough. Went along with it. She had a good time. I had a good time. I'm like, okay, cool. And then she plays the masculine role again. She'll call me up or text me and tell me, I got this idea. Let's go do this. And then I'm like, no, how about we do this? And then as soon as I say like, no, let's do something else, I'm kicked out, just like how I operate. As soon as they say, no, let's do something else, I screen them out. So here's the thing. When two masculine forces come together, that are men and women, they repel each other immediately because they both see like, oh, this guy can't keep pushed around. This woman doesn't, play ball. And we both go our separate ways very quickly. And you won't get very far with these women as soon as you put your foot down. And you might be thinking, well, if you just push hard enough, if you're just more masculine than her, that's how you break them down. No, as soon as you put your foot down, you're out. Just like how a masculine operates with me. When I meet a masculine woman and she puts her foot down, she's out. That's how it works. Two masculine forces can't operate. They just repel each other very quickly. And sure enough, I've met these women that have screened me out, and I've met their boyfriends a little while later. Small world, I get around. And the guy is always a complete pushover. He's always like, doing her bidding, complete pussy. And that's who they look for. That's who these women target. Okay, this is how a masculine woman operates. As soon as they counter a masculine force, they're like, nope. Same way I operate. As soon as I encounter a masculine force and she's making it difficult, I'm out. That's how it works. And so, yes, masculine women end up with feminine men every single time. It's not like you out alpha these women. No, they end up with like feminine men that, not feminine on the outside, but feminine on the inside. That's what we're talking about here. This has nothing to do with outward appearance. This has everything to do with internal wiring. So yes, the more masculine you are, the less tolerance you have for seeing masculine issues, masculine personalities in women. It's just like, yeah, it's just a total turn off. Whenever I see like a woman just kind of like trying to take control and trying to like boss around, it's like, ugh. Like, hey, like in the bedroom, we're not talking about what goes on in the bedroom because, like, yeah, sometimes, that can be fun to role play and things like that. No, we're talking about everyday life, everyday living. As soon as you encounter that kind of like bossy, masculine energy, puffed up, it's just like, ugh, get it away. And the more attracted you'll be to women that are super sweet, women that are, super low key, nothing really bothers them. They're easy to please. These are the women that, you will attract when you have masculine energy, and they'll be all into the masculine energy that you present. The guy that leads, the guy that's calm, cool, and collected, and can make things happen, takes the lead, takes initiative. And just like the masculine woman, as soon as she took all the initiative, every time I've encountered these women, they take all the initiative. They're the ones like planning dates. They're the ones like initiating contact, telling this is what we're going to do. And as long as you say yes, I'm like, it sounds good, you're in. But as soon as you say no, you're out. And that's exactly how, these forces operate. And I guess theoretically, since I'm not like a feminine guy myself, I really don't know what happens when a feminine guy meets a feminine woman. I think a lot of nothing happens. I think a lot of like, I don't know what to do. A woman's just sitting there waiting for the guy to do something, and the guy's not doing anything. That's probably what happens. A whole lot of nothing. And of course, the feminine woman's just going to be like, oh, this guy, it's not for me. I need a guy that can take charge, that can move things forward, that can see that I like him and can move the date along without me having to do it for him. Okay, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about masculine energy. Lead the date from beginning to end. He's got a plan. He's got a game plan. He's executing it. Even though to her it just seems so spontaneous. It just seems like this guy knows what he's doing. Because he does know what he's doing. He's doing it so many times before. And that's what puts her at ease. That's what puts a feminine woman at ease, is like, this guy, I'm in good hands. This guy's been there, done that. Knows what he's doing. I'm not with some guy that, like needs me to lead because I don't know what I'm doing. That's what the woman is thinking. I don't want to lead. And that's what can happen in relationships when a guy gets weak over time and the woman is forced to be the masculine presence in the relationship. And that is why they leave eventually. They're tired of acting like a masculine man. They're tired of being the boss. And they're like, man, like, I just can't do this anymore. I've got to find something better, some guy with balls again. And yes, that's what will happen. The feminine woman will leave or cheat on the guy that lost his masculine essence, stopped leading, stopped being someone worth following, didn't have the emotional strength to keep her. And that is what, feminine women are most attracted to, is the guy with the strongest emotional strength. That's what they thrive on. Because that's what really feminine energy is. It's very emotional. It's very kind of like indecisive. And They're looking for a guy that's like, kind of very straightforward, very masculine, very sure and convicted in what he does. Doesn't second guess himself, doesn't tiptoe around, not indecisive. That's masculine energy. That's what she wants. Not everybody is born masculine. You have to become masculine. You earn that masculinity over time. I think every one of us guys starts off as like, kind of like a chick, or like emotional, or like, you're young, you're highly emotional, like very indecisive, no experience in anything. Yeah, you start off not very masculine. You earn that masculinity over time, and it makes you more attractive to feminine women. Anyways, guys, that's the video. If you need help doing this, becoming a more masculine, grounded man, it's exactly what I help guys do. There's coaching links down below if you need help doing this. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Thank you for watching.